So I'd prefer to squash this. I want to apologize to Harlem because I know this was embarrassing for Harlem. And I'm man enough, but you know, the thing is, in Harlem, we deal with things different. It also comes with violence. And I can't be violent, and I won't be violent. And I don't want any of my friends to be violent.
Is he Dame Diddy, Dame Daddy, or Dame Dummy? Yo, Dame Dash has been wilding out lately, but that sounds like nothing new, right? But this time, he seems to be on a personal revenge tour, just getting at everybody playing with his name. But at the same time, Dame has not helped himself with how he's supposed to be carrying himself like a boss. But other people think that Dame is right for going at all these people, but it's just how he's going about it that's just making it very cringe to watch. The Breakfast Club, mainly Charlamagne, because that's the person who he was giving the most smoke to during an interview. He was not happy at the fact that when every time news comes out about his name, he's so quick to report it, but when it's news on Jay-Z, then they get quiet. And listen, he had a lot to get off his chest. The only part I didn't like about the interview is when Dame started name calling Charlamagne gay and dummy. Like, come on, dude, if that was him, he would be flipping out at them saying that they disrespected him, but he's the only one allowed to do so. I hate that aspect from him. He also brought up DJ Envy's Rico situation, but surprisingly, Envy was calm and cool during this whole interview because he was prepared this time, versus the first time when him and Dame had all that energy towards each other about being a boss and a worker. And as of now, he is still making posts at the Breakfast Club and keeps getting that DJ Envy bringing up the fact for him to show his view of his backyard, just being childish. And Envy decided to join in on the fun and posted a view of him on vacation in Greece. So Dame is not letting up on iHeartMedia anytime soon. Cameron, I thought Harlem stuck together. Apparently not, cause everyone beefing over there. For the past years, they have been on and off with their relationship, but the most recent incident involved a deal to buy Dame's share of Rockefeller, according to Cameron. Eventually, the deal fell through, and ever since then, the two have been going back and forth. Cameron had even reached out to Dame's son Boogie to do a possible interview with him about his dad, maybe to air out some dirty laundry. You know how petty Cameron can be when he wants to be. But Dame's son had said no to the interview and told his dad about it, which got Dame even more pissed that Cameron was trying to get the kids involved in their problems. And Dame has been airing out information about Cameron ever since, which Cam says is all a lie, and even says that he was only bringing up Dame's son Boogie to interview him about other things not concerning his dad. And now that sounds like total cap on Cam's part, but maybe he's trying to clean it up because he know it was wrong to involve the kids. But Dame went overboard when he brought up Cameron's mom. He brought her up in a post saying what kind of man has his mom living in these poor conditions. He says, "This is me dancing and Erica Mena on the pole dancing at Fredo's, Cameron's mother's house. No disrespect, but this is where you had your mother living. Tell me I'm lying, I dare you. What kind of dude has his mother living in a studio in a strip club on the street in the neighborhood where drug dealers live with no security and anybody could just walk up? I always thought you were foul for this." Wow. Now Dame bringing up people's dead mothers in post, very distasteful. And Cameron had responded by posting a photo of his mom when she was sick in a hospital and says, "I'm good. I ain't looking for no sympathy, but you triggered a few people. Just letting you know, this is days before my mom died." And after that, Cam didn't need to say anything more because everyone was getting at Dame for being corny in this situation by bringing Cam's mom up. And because of that, you can tell that Dame was starting to feel the backlash of it and eventually issued an apology to Cameron when he did that long ass rant. At this point, why should we even fix our issues once you bring up my dead mom as collateral? Everything is off limits at this point, but the OGs of Harlem are trying to get them to fix this mess. 50 Cent. Their issues is nothing personal, just all petty back and forth over the years. And most recently, Dame's beef with 50 is him now owning the rights to the paid in full movie and says that he's in the works of remaking it. Now, knowing 50, he's gonna take individual characters from the paid in full and do spin-offs, similar to Power and its characters, I'm assuming. But 50 makes a post and says, "I now have rights to paid in full. I'm developing it into a premium TV show. If you like Godfather of Harlem, you're gonna love this. Cam set to executive produce alongside me. If you want in, get at him." And for those who don't know, Dame Dash did the original paid in full movie, which is a classic. And now 50 wants to make it into a a show instead of just a movie. And that's why Dame's long reply, he also addressed 50 about this and how they should work together. Well, 50 saw Dame's post and reposted it by saying, I agree with Dame 100%. It's better to work together. We should sit down and figure out how to move forward. I believe we can create a path to more success. Oh wait, Cameron just said fuck Dame and his fake chat GPT lawsuit. So it's F you, Dame. Right when you thought he was reaching out a helping hand, he snatches it right back. But Dame had reposted 50 saying this and responded again in another long rant, basically saying how he doesn't want to keep going back and forth. At this point, it is what it is. Claudia Jordan. He has a lawsuit currently pending with her, but on a Breakfast Club interview, he brought it up again, which sparked her to go off on him on social media. The lawsuit from Claudia Jordan accuses Dame of sexual misconduct while filming the movie Dear Frank. According to Dame, he said that he gave her an X-rated tape for her to watch to get into the scene because he felt uncomfortable talking sexual to her about it.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Why does Claudia Jordan owe you? Like, how?
She doesn't owe me. What she did was, I'll say allegedly so I don't get sued. I shot the movie. I have a bunch of footage of her in the movie. Her saying I'm the best director. She came to my house 100 times to edit all this stuff. And when we did the lawsuit, she testified that I didn't direct.
Gotcha.
So, and she was saying that, because the thing was, because you know Claudia Jordan, right? She talks sexual and all that. I don't want to, and the movie was about a wife that was fucking everybody. And I didn't want to have to direct and talk to her a certain way. And the first scene, I was boning. But it's a graph, it's meant to be that way. So usually as a director, you might spend some time with it. I didn't want to, so I gave her a porno and said, go look in the car, blah, blah, blah. When you're ready, let me know. So she was saying that she found that to be sexual harassment or something like that. Or she just felt like it was inappropriate. And I was like, I didn't want to talk sex with you. That's why I gave it to you and said, go over there.
So after hearing her name mentioned on the Breakfast Club, she had to clap back.
My phone is blowing up with notifications that Dame Dash once again has my name in his mouth when he should be having Polident tight grip in his mouth, instead holding those cheap ass dentures in place instead of worrying about me. Why do you keep trying to bring me into your mess? You've been sued by everybody and you lost every single lawsuit and you owe the government all this money, yet you keep trying to bring me into your bullshit. I have been quiet. On the set of Dear Frank, you were wildly inappropriate. You did shit on that set that should have shut it down, okay? Very inappropriate. The way you were carrying on with the women on set and what you did to me during the one scene was fucked up. I've not embarrassed you yet because everybody else has done that job for me, and including yourself. But if you want to keep running your mouth, then I'm going to tell my side. You was a fucking pervert on set. You were disgusting. The things you did with that porn tape and what you tried to do to get me ready for a scene with you while your shunt was showing out of your chest and you thought you was hot, you were not. You were a fat fucking mess. And yes, I understand you see me everywhere, so and you're nowhere except pretending to own ranches that you don't own and borrowing money from people. And you see people that are just flourishing without you, and like you do with Jay-Z, you're just sitting there jealous of everybody else, counting everybody else's money. So now you want to include me in your lawsuit. Nigga, bring it on.
Dame Dash versus everybody. No one is exempt from getting the smoke. He's taking a break from Jay-Z right now and focused on all these other people, and it's not looking good for him. He definitely went overboard with the Cameron situation and his mom, but it seems like he's now trying to rectify some of his actions, but it may be too late, or maybe not. But with Dame feeling like his back is against the wall, it has him on the offense, lashing out against everybody. I hope he gets it together very soon, because that mentality he has is not making his legacy end well. But we shall see, folks, because yeah, he's probably still ranting as I'm making this video right now. But yeah, man, I'm gonna catch you on the next one.
So, I'm sitting here on the dock looking at the view, and I'm thinking, like, why am I beefing with Cam? And the only reason why is because I just never got to talk to him. He publicly said he wasn't going to talk to me, but almost every OG from Harlem and everyone I respect is like, yo, cut this shit, it's embarrassing. So, Daniel spoke to Cam, and we could resolve this. I just want to talk to him, and it's over. And if you need to, because we can't publicly have us as black people beefing with each other. That's just what they want. They use us to tear each other down. They don't do it. We do it to ourselves, but they usually pay us to do it. And I'm not going to get caught up in that. So I'd prefer to squash this. I want to apologize to Harlem because I know this was embarrassing for Harlem. And I'm man enough, but the thing is, in Harlem, we deal with things different. It also comes with violence. and I can't be violent, and I won't be violent, and I don't want any of my friends to be violent. My job is to keep them out of jail. So the only way I can deal with things, to keep certain things out of the algorithm, is to answer as soon as somebody says something. And my version of violence is just lawsuits. If I could take it to the streets, I would, but we can't. And the Italian Godfather, part 2, he killed his brother. The black Godfather don't kill his brother. He teaches his brother. So, again, if y'all want to sit down and work it out, I don't even want to be a part of that project that y'all doing. I don't really understand what it is. But I feel like 50, Cam, me, if together we show that we could be beefing, pause, and then come together and maybe do a TV show together, something different, or a movie or something, just showing the world that we can work together, then we would prove everyone wrong. They love us tearing each other down, and I'm not doing that shit. And I apologize to my OGs for embarrassing y'all. But I just wanted to talk to him. And he finally talked to, he finally replied when I hit him with the lawsuit, and I was like, nah, now go talk to Daniel. And if you want to, Daniel, if you want, please arrange us to have a sit down. You can bring who you want. And also 50, you're invited too. But instead of us talking about each other on fucking social media like clowns, let's sit down and talk like real men. Let's take this off the street. The street right now is the internet, and this shit is corny. So I don't want to fight with y'all no more. Now, I heart, that's different. And Revolt, the Tavio, same thing. You stopped replying to me 2 days before I went to the Breakfast Club, but I don't work for you. I am the chairman. When I'm on Revolt with my content, I'm the chairman because I don't talk to your staff. I talk to mine, which I have. I'm the chairman of America New when it's on Revolt. So to me, if the Breakfast, I won't get into it, but we can have a sit down too, because I'm not going to stop legally. I'm going to respond. That's what I didn't do before, and this is what I've learned. This is the only way I could fight. But you're not going to line me up and set me up. So you can come to the conversation as well. Bring who you want. Charlamagne, you're not invited. I need real men, pause, masculine. We need to speak like masculine men in each other's eyes and deal with all those problems. So I'm still, if y'all coming at me, pause, I'm going to always hit back. But I'd rather squash this, pause. And this is, please don't take my grace as weakness. We're in front of a lot of people, and this is not the right example. Later.